Hey, good morning. Welcome back. We're starting our journey in the states here, and we're going to give you education, how each of the states work. We'll give you the fundamentals, some information, some broad information, but we've got to get education, okay? And that's the important part. So I'm down here in Los Angeles, California, okay? So we're going to start in the state of California today, and we will be doing more videos on each state, longer videos, so people can get education about how the tax sale works in their state. All right. So California, we're down here in California. Number one, we have to know the fundamentals, right? Okay. Where is the state of California located? Isn't that important? Well, yes, it is. Well, it's mainly on the West Coast. Okay. So you have the East Coast, you have the North, the South, the Northeast, the Southeast, and so on. So we're like on the West Coast. And what are some of the states that surround us? Okay, you got to know that too. All right. Well, we know Nevada, okay, is close to California, and also the state of Arizona is also another state that's close to us. All right. And the reason why we have to know this information is we have to know, okay, how states work, how they operate, okay? And it's so important that we get this education. So in the state of California, we know that California is a tax deed state, right? Tax deed state. And in a tax deed state, when the auction happens, you're going to be bidding to own the property. You're going to be bidding to own the property, okay? So we really have to do a lot of homework. We really got to do some homework to make sure that we're doing it correctly, that we're not paying too high on a property. We've done our research. We know much more information about that type of property. It's very important, okay? So anyways, what happens here in the state of California is when people don't pay their property taxes, okay? And I tell people we either love and hate the tax collector or treasurer here in the state of California, but if you own real property, we got to pay property taxes. Now, on real property, what's considered real property? We've talked about this before. Houses are, land is, apartments, okay? Condos, townhomes, okay? Strip malls, when you go into these big shopping centers, Macy's is there, Nordstrom's in there, and you have all these other shops there, okay? Well, somebody owns a building that's attached to the land. And when that happens, somebody has to pay what? Property taxes. That's correct. We got to pay property taxes. And here in California, the property taxes are usually sent out November 1st, and they're due usually right December 10th, okay? And then after December 10th, you're late, okay? Then the other part of the taxes that are due are basically like in March 1st, I believe, and April 10th, okay? But you as the tax sale investor, we've got to know all this information. We've got to know when the taxes due, okay? And what type of penalty is charged to the person if they don't pay their taxes. Because when you're going to be bidding at a tax sale, you're going to be paying all those fees. You're going to be paying all the late fees, all the interest, all the penalties, any legal fees, any publication fees, any other fees that they've incurred in order for them to sell the property. Remember, here in California, you're buying the property, okay? So they are going to sell the property here in the state of California. Now, they're going to start usually the opening bid at the delinquent taxes. So what is owed on the delinquent taxes is what they are going to have the opening bid at, okay? So let's talk about the auction here. Most of all the auctions here in the state of California are online, okay? Very, very few, if any, have it in person. If they are, they're the smaller counties that might have it once every 3 to 5 years or something. But most of them are online, okay? And if they're online, that means that you got to have a computer system, or you've got to go to the library, or however you want to do it, because that's how you have to register, okay? Online, and you got to bid online, okay? So there's 3 companies or 3 websites that I've known of that uses California tax sales. One of them is called Bid for Assets, okay? Bid for Assets. The next one is called the Grant Street Group. And the third is govseauction.com, okay? You know, play around with it, go to Google, okay? Type it in, and you'll see them pop up and everything, okay? And we have to know, how does it work here in the state? Well, every county is going to have their auctions all different types of the year, okay? So LA County may be having their auction coming up, I think in March or April, okay? And then you will have Riverside County, which is usually coming up in May of the year. And then they have San Bernardino County, okay? They kind of flip-flop, once on, sometimes in May, sometimes in August, okay? But every county is going to have a different month that they're going to have the auction. And they could also have it maybe 2 or 3 times in 1 year, okay? So we've got to do some homework. We've got to really know, hey, when's the auction coming up? And how do we do that? Well, you got to contact your local tax collector, treasurer. You got to call them on the phone, okay? Go on their website, all right? And you got to basically ask them, hey, when and where is your next tax sale going to be held? When and where is your next tax sale going to be held? And we got to know this, okay? We got to know this information, fundamental information, and they're going to tell you, okay, LA County, well, we're going to be having it basically on Bid for Assets on LA County, and we'll have our auction on, say March 20th, okay, making up a date. But from there, you say, okay, great, thank you very much. Now you have some more information, you do some research. Now remember, they're going to usually post the properties 30 days before the auction. 30 days before the auction, okay? So they'll put the list of the properties going to sale 30 days before the auction. And it's your responsibility to do the research. The county's not going to do the research for you. You know, they're not going to give you all this stuff on a silver platter. No, they're going to say, hey, if you want to buy the property here, you're buying it as is. No warranties, no nothing at all. It's your property, period. Okay? So you got to do some homework there. And so they're going to require usually a deposit. They're going to require you to put up a deposit. Okay? The county will have you wire the money to the either Bid for Assets or the Grant Street Group or GovSE, and they'll have you put a deposit there, and they'll probably charge you a $35 non-refundable fee. That means that you won't get that $35 back when you register for the auction, okay? Your deposit you'll get back, all right? So they'll send you back your deposit and everything, like, you know, in that situation. So they're going to post the properties 30 days before. But remember that you're not bidding to buy an address. You're just bidding to what? Buy a parcel number, a PN number, okay? Now, if the property is connected to the land, great. You get the property with the land, you know? But remember, it's a parcel number, and it's your responsibility to make sure that parcel number matches the address. Very important we do that, okay? So, next thing, what else do we have to do, okay? Well, remember that if you're going to be bidding online, you're going to be bidding against everybody else in the world. So you are going to have more competition than if people bid in person, okay? So I hope this gave you some fundamental information in the state of California, okay? And we want to give you some education how the tax sale works, tax deed auction works here, and also how to get ready a little bit for the auctions, okay? All online, where to go, how to contact the tax collector, what the fee's going to be, and so on, okay? So we want to give you a little bit of information there, okay? Guys, remember, check us out under taxsalesevent.com, taxsalesevent.com, okay? We got free webinars over there that you can watch, okay? Give you some great information about the tax sales, tax lien investing, tax deed investing, and tax redeemable tax deed investing, okay, at taxsalesevent.com, okay? And, hope you liked the little video. And remember, what's our motto? You're one step away from your dreams coming true in the tax sales. So, till next time, guys, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.